if I tell. Okay? And this book is about a girl named Jasmine. No joke.
Wait, I haven't been listening.
The book is If I Tell. Okay? Same author of Carly's book. And the girl's name is Jasmine, aka Jazz. Okay? So Jazz is biracial. And, well, she doesn't fit in, she thinks. Well, her mom is white and her dad is black. But her dad left her. And her mom got pregnant with her when she was like 17 years old. So she lives with her grandma because her grandma raised her. But now her mom is pregnant with a black guy's baby.
Her mom's white?
Yeah. So, but Jasmine was at a party drinking.
She's not 21.
And
That's
I
not
know.
loud.
That's what I'm saying, okay? Never do that, guys. And so she sees Simon, her mom's boyfriend, making out with her best friend.
What?
It's like the climax of the whole story. Okay, and so they're making out, and she's like, holy crap, like, what am I going to do? I tell my mom? But they just got her pregnant. Like, I can't ruin it, because then that baby, I'm sweating, guys, that baby will have no dad. So she's like, what do I do? Okay, well, she works at this coffee shop named Grinds, okay? And she was like, just had to get her mind off of things, so she went to this party and drank a little bit more than she usually does.
What?
So this guy, Nathan,
The mom's boyfriend is at a party with that age.
yeah, when he found out that the mom was pregnant, he just got drunk and took care of things the wrong way, and he went to some party to pick some girl up, and they kissed, okay? Well, she's always looked up to Simon, but she can't forgive him since she's done that with her best friend. She doesn't know how far it got, but she saw them kissing. So Jasmine goes to a party, and she's drinking and drinking and drinking. And she's like so out of it. And this guy starts taking advantage of her. And it's a black guy. And oh god. No, nothing again. No, I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know because
You're racist!
It's a biracial story. And so they start making out, and she's like, oh my god, I've never kissed a guy, what do I do? And so, like, they start making out, and he's like, oh, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. And he takes her upstairs.
Oh.
And, well, they get on the bed or whatever. And she's like, oh, my God. She like, doesn't know what she's doing because, the alcohol is just taking her mind over. Don't drink, guys. And, so she's like, oh, my God, I don't want to have sex with this guy. So she, like, pushes him off, and he won't get off of her. And, like, he takes her straight up to the bed. And, like, she starts freaking out. She's like, Nathan, get off of me! And so he's like, whoa there, I thought you loved me. And she's like, I don't love you, I'm drunk. Okay? She goes upstairs, and she's like, she throws up in the toilet, and he leaves, and he's all pissed at her. And so she walks home barefoot and, like, runs away. And this guy, all of a sudden, car starts following her, and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get killed. And so she like starts running, and it's Jackson, the new guy, the delinquent that works at the coffee shop. And so she's like, Jackson, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, you know, I saw you leaving the party, and you want to get in the car? And she's like, no, I don't think I should. And so she gets in the car.
Quit acting so
This
silly.
is a good story. It's love. And she gets in the car. It's Rachel. She gets in the car. What? You have a question?
What race
Is she drunk the whole
Well,
movie?
she thinks he's white.
It's not a movie.
She thinks
Or
he's
both.
white, okay? But he's new into town, and apparently he has a record of dealing drugs.
Oh.
But the truth is, he only started working at that coffee shop to be with her, but she doesn't know that. And she thinks he's really hot, guys, like really hot.
Is he like Jacob?
No, he's hot. Jacob's not
So like
hot.
Taylor Lautner hot.
Robert Pattinson.
So then he's ugly.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. That's all I'm
So then
saying,
he's
guys.
ugly.
So he's way hotter than Nathan, and he's more her age. Nathan, she's 17, by the way.
Oh, she's young.
He's like getting in the car, and she's like freezing, shaking, and he gives her her jacket. And they're like, he's like, oh, here, and they start talking, and they become like pretty close, you know, because she doesn't talk to anyone about anything. She's really insecure, and she like to Tito where she lives, it's either black or white. There's no biracial. And her best friend's a lesbian, so they don't really fit in. And so he drops her off at the home, and then they start seeing each other a lot. And her friend's a lesbian.
Oh, I got
him.
I don't know how to take Ali seriously.
And so,
Can you hold
she's having a lot of troubles like with her mom and stuff. And so, she she plays the guitar a lot to like release her anger. And Nathan like confronts her and like screams at her and like she's like, Nathan, I don't even like you. I was drunk. Yeah. And so he like goes away and like gets some other black chick. And she's like, oh, look at me now. I actually have breast or something. I don't know. It's just like, and so now Simon, she won't talk to Simon. And so one day, her and Jackson, she's like, I need to talk. And Jackson's like, you know, he made her a deal, like, if you ever want to talk, we can trade secrets. So she calls him, and they go to dinner, and she tells him about Simon, and he's really supportive, and he tells her that he's biracial too, but he looks white, so you would never know. And she's like, oh my God, someone just like me. And so she thinks Jackson likes her. So they go back to his place, and she's not drunk this time. She's had an apple pie. Yeah, she's not drunk. And so she goes back to his place, and he brings out this like custom-made guitar, and it just makes her like, I guess that turns her on, a guitar or something. And so she's like, oh my God. And she like wants to kiss him. And so she like leans in. She's like, I need to man up. So she kisses him and he pulls back. And she's like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Stop.
That's so embarrassing. And she like gets up. He's like, I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink. He's like, I have to work some things out first. And so, not like a drink, like orange juice. So she like runs out and she gets a call and the grandma's like, your mom just went into labor, blah, blah, blah. So he rushes her to the hospital. And then, you know, the mom had the baby or whatever, and Simon showed up, and she smacked Simon in the face. Yeah.
What now?
She smacked Simon in the face at the hospital.
Why?
Because she's just so mad at him that he would do that to their mom, and blah, blah.
Simon.
Yeah, and the mom's acting really weird. Like, she doesn't want to hold the baby, she doesn't want to touch it, and she goes into depression, I guess. And the baby's, like, early. So, the next day she's at work, and Jackson has a girl with him. And the girl's like, I'm his girlfriend. And she flips out, okay? She, like, runs away, and Jackson follows her in his car again. And she's like, I hate you, you're biracial, you don't fit in anywhere, you faker, no girls like you, blah, 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 you're a druggie, and no one, and he, like, is so hurt. And, like, he just, like, oh my gosh, she, like, drives away, and he's, like, crying, basically. And she doesn't talk to him. And her best friend, Ashley, the lesbian, has been talking to Jackson lately, and she's like, well, you know, Jackson, you need to talk to him. That was so mean what you said to him. So Jackson comes back over, and she goes and apologizes to him. He doesn't really answer. And, you know, he doesn't drug deals anymore. She was assuming things, and the whole reason he moved here was so that he could get a fresh start, okay? He doesn't drug deal drugs. And so he was like, well, you need to apologize. Well, she apologizes, and he was like, and I don't deal drugs anymore. And so he was like, and that wasn't my girlfriend. She's like, what? I thought it was.
Why did the girl say that?
He was like, well, ever since we moved away, you know, I've been trying to break it off with her, and she calls me, and she's obsessive, and like all this stuff. And so he was like, and then they start making out.
Oh,
and then,
wow.
Like, and she talked to Simon. She confronted Simon about making out with her friend, and he was like, it was so stupid of me. He was like, I don't know what I was thinking. He was like, it was just, I love your mom so much, and the mom got admitted to the hospital for like a psycho because she was going crazy. And her and Simon ended up Jackson ended up happily ever after.
How about the mother?
And it kind of ended. She said, I hope she's okay, and it ended like that.
She an alcoholic?
And now she fits in. What?
She an alcoholic?
She just had a baby.
Everyone's
She
an
got,
alcoholic.
She had like this.
postpartum
Okay,
depression.
guys, so
Oh my God.
this is my picture of poor Jasmine sitting on the street playing the guitar. She's just so lonely. Okay? And that's Jackson stalking her behind. See this, people? And it says,
Why is it
this
stick
picture
figure?
illustrates Jasmine playing her guitar and Jackson watching her. Music is how she expresses herself.
Oh, that's
And then, this is the title of Acrostic. And I have this is a quote from the book. It says, it was like watching a train wreck. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't keep my eyes off of them. And she's referring to Simon and her best friend making out. And F is for Jazz's whole life. She has been insecure about being biracial. I is for it hurt Jasmine that her best friend Lacey would make out with her mom's boyfriend Simon. T is for the only person Jasmine talked to was Jackson. She had a crush on him. Stop. E is for everyone was either black, white, and Hhsbdhd. L is for Lacey eventually got help and admitted she was an alcoholic. The friend that was making out with Simon was an alcoholic. Not the main character. character.
He knew there was an alcoholic in there.
There was an alcoholic, yes.
I have my sins for telling me
Alice
there
for
was an
letting
alcoholic.
herself get wasted, making her Hhsbdhd, Washington. Hhsbdhd, whatever. And here's my picture. Insecurity. Jazz is very insecure about herself. She thinks people think she doesn't belong because she's biracial. If you, any of you are, raise your hand if you're biracial in here.
I'm part Native American.
Don't ever feel insecure about anything.
I won't.
Someone will love
I
you.
won't.
It's okay, guys. You'll fit in. We're not into Dita. Okay, my guitar.
They still have a flag. It's okay.
Yeah, rock that vibration. Okay, the guitar. The one
Brad,
way
you're
she expresses herself is her music. It is her Jasmine. You know, this story could be about you, so I want you laughing.
Yeah.
It is her escape and allows her to think. And then I put coffee, because Jasmine works at Grimes, which is a coffee shop. And this is where she spends most of her time. And she ended up quitting her job because she was mad at Jackson, but she later reapplied. But it was a very good book, and I recommend it to everyone.
As good as the one you read before.
The cancer one.
That's the one I read.
I think the cancer one, like it started off faster. This one kind of was like kind of slow and like
Same author.
yeah, kind of yeah. But very good book, very good book.
All right.